horses that have never been on a trailer before.
Well, sometimes that's...
Oh, do you? So...
All right, go. You're going to have to go forward a little bit and then cut it. You know, just bring it back to the edge of the pole here. You want some hay in there or anything?
He lives where we are for all of us.
Do they like these?
I'm not sure they do. He's just so shy. Well, if they haven't been messed with a lot.
She wants to go over there where all the excitement is. She wants to go over there where all the excitement is.
Problem with this one is there's no escape route
Yeah,
for whoever goes in.
Yeah, I can go in.
I don't mind either. I just.
No, you're a brave man.
Oh, good, you got them.
Come on. Atta girl. Atta girl.
Okay. So, yeah.
Good girl. Okay, that's okay. Don't panic.
You're all right.
Good girl.
I gotta make a turn.
Good girl.
You guys do put your pressure on.
She's sitting down. Give her some scratches, Joel.
I can't, I get too good.
Oh, okay. Come on, sweet girl. Come on, come be with your friend. Yeah.
There we go. Get her in,
Come on. Good girl.
Pull forward. All right, shut that door.
Get Joel out of there. Get Joel out of there. Don't slam it. Don't slam it. No.
So we are currently on the way back from a little trip, about 11 miles from our house, and we picked up something that I said I would never have. We do not plan on getting horses. I think horses to me are kind of a waste, unless I'm gonna ride them around or something, or they're gonna pull something. But did you think we would ever have these? No. I would have bet money on me never ever having horses, but we came into a situation where it was some neighbors of ours in the community here that are moving, and they were in a pinch with the horses they had. They're having trouble getting rid of them, and they just really were struggling to find homes for these horses, and they're really nice horses. And so they were at a point where they were talking about having to put the horses down, basically, to because they just didn't have a place for them. They just couldn't take care of them anymore, and they were moving, trying to sell their house, and they just weren't going to be able to have these guys anymore. And so they had 5 horses. They're all Arabians, and we decided that we were going to take 2 of them. So after some struggle, I don't know, how many hours did we spend over there?
Let's see. I think just 4.
Maybe 4, yeah. So about 4 hours of kind of fighting, trying to get these horses in a trailer. They are not broken. They are not rideable at this point, and they have never really gotten in a trailer before. And so this was it was quite a thing to get them in there. But we got them in the trailer, and we're currently on the way home right now. And now we have to get them out of the trailer and into a pasture. And so we'll see how that goes.
There's no room for air. All they gotta do is...
Okay, you know where it's You might want to come in and walk her around so she can see it before you turn her loose.
Okay.
Yeah, walk her so she can see your fence. You're okay. Oh, thing just fell off. Good girl. Good. There you go. Let's walk them around real quick. Filters are staying on.
Yeah.
Look at how strong you guys are.
Well, it has been a day, and they are still pretty nervous out here, but they're in the pasture. They're on our front, kind of small pasture. And Martha, last year, our pig, just tore this pasture apart. So they're not going to be out here very long. We're just going to try to wait for the grass to start growing up in our larger pasture. And I've got some fencing to fix out there, and then we'll move them out that way. But they're still getting used to all the new noises. They're not used to all this road noise, that's for sure. But they're getting used to it. Very friendly horses, especially this one. My youngest daughter has named Sugar. And hey, you want some more carrots, don't you? And Sugar is, I think she's the younger one. I think she's 9, I want to say. And they're very, very, very nice horses. But they're not broken, so we gotta teach them. They're not easily led around. Come on. Yeah. So we'll have to teach them some manners. I have a treat. Here you go. The other one over here is Snickers, and that one, she is actually registered, purebred Arabian, and we got the registration paperwork and everything for her. She seems to be a little more timid. She doesn't quite come up to me quite as easily. I can pet her and brush her and everything, but she's definitely a lot more hesitant to come hang out. This one will pretty much follow me around anywhere. Sugar here. And we just need to get these guys all cleaned up and get them used to us. I know you just want to eat something. There's no food. I don't have any more. No. I grew up with horses as a kid. Of course, I'm no expert trainer or anything like that, but I am comfortable around them and know a few very amateur tricks and things like that to help get horses to mind and a few little training tricks and things like that. But I'm gonna have to do a lot of research and do a lot of learning and probably get some friends to come and help me with this whole process. But I wanna break these guys, and we wanna train them. We wanna make them useful for us as far as riding, and I don't think they're big enough to pull any equipment or anything like that, but they definitely would be great for my daughters to ride, and for us to use as transportation, I guess you could say, around here, and just as kind of a hobby type thing, I guess. So that's how I'm justifying having these guys. Horses, the bigger the animal, the bigger the problems. They are more expensive. The veterinary bills for farriers and all that kind of stuff is expensive. But we do have the hay fields, and that's really the only reason I could justify this is kind of a rescue. They were free. They didn't cost us anything. They were given to us. And so although they're not broken, it'll be a project for me to work on here out on the farm with my kids and my wife. We'll be able to kind of work on this together and care for these guys. We're all kind of excited to get in and start working with them and start teaching them to be led around and do lunge training with them and eventually get a saddle on them and work on being able to ride them. So I think it'll be interesting for you guys too. I'll take you guys along as kind of an amateur perspective on breaking a horse and training horses and all that kind of stuff. I plan to share with you guys, everything that I'll learn throughout this process, which I'm sure will be quite a bit. And so it should be interesting. It should be fun to learn. Hey there. I don't have any. There's nothing. I don't got any food, man. I'm sorry. Should be fun to do though, and with warmer weather coming up, and you know, it'll be nice to get these guys out and lunge them around and be able to work with them. So come on, guys. They also don't like this uneven, muddy mess out here. So I'm gonna have to take care of this mess. Don't touch that, it's electric. They're not used to having halters on either, so I got to get them used to everything. In fact, Sugar's halter there doesn't even fit her, so I got to get a new one for her. You know, it's just a whole new thing for us. New things to get, new challenges. I did run, put some new posts in here where we had some weak ones, and I did run a new electric wire all around the top of this pasture. So we have one at the bottom for the pigs and the goats so they don't get under the fence, and then we have one at the top for the horses so they don't go over the fence or lean their heads over it and lean through it. I also opened up this shelter, the front shelter here. It's been raining today, so I didn't get the cameras out for most of it, but I opened up the shelter here so that they have a nice place to hang out and get out of the rain. Oh, you just want to follow me around now, huh? It's funny how timid they are, because being just big animals, you just think they'd be, you know, not afraid of everything, but they're afraid of every little noise, every little change, and they go and run back in the corner over there and hide under the tree. So we'll get them used to the new place and the new noises and all the new animals. They've never been around pigs, never been around goats, and so it's just going to be a new journey for us. I said so many times that I would never have horses. They're just expensive, they're a lot of work, and everything on our farm has to have a purpose. It has to have a reason. If we're going to feed things and we're going to care for animals, you know, they have to have a purpose. And so I never said we'd have horses, and here we are with 2 horses, untrained horses at that. So my daughters are especially excited about the whole thing, and so we're excited. But that's one of those things that we've tried to do here. You know, we've taken in a lot of animals from people that just couldn't have them, or were moving, or were in you know, different situations, and that's just kind of what we've become here. You know, if we have the property and we have the food available, we have hay available for these guys and whatever else, and somebody's in a pinch, you know, we want to help out. And I'd hate to see these horses, you know, get put down or something just because nobody would take them, and mostly because they're not broken, you know, and it's going to take, we know it's going to be a challenge, it's going to be a lot of work, and that's why it makes them a little harder. But they're great horses already. We've only had them for a day, and they've already started to, they're already starting to grow on me. So I'll give you one more. That's it. That's all you're going to get. I think I've got a new friend. You're just gonna follow me everywhere I go? Here, will you come up and see the water? I really want to make sure they're drinking water. There you go. Apologize about the camera. I promise I'm gonna get my camera fixed. The smudges in the glare in the corner of the video. Everything just breaks at once sometimes. So I promise to get that fixed. I apologize about the quality. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the quick update. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is there a place for horses on a sustainable farm or homestead? I guess, you know what, instead of getting motorcycles or go-karts or four-wheelers to ride around here, we're just gonna have horses. So that's how we're gonna justify it anyway. So hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Excited to take you guys along. Lots more horse things coming up, believe it or not. And it should be an interesting journey for us all. So thanks for tagging along. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on the video, guys. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.